Before we dive into the intricacies of the global minimum tax law, let's take a moment to introduce our sponsor for this video, Smart Financial and Tax Consulting Company. Smart has been a beacon of international tax wisdom for over a decade. They offer a comprehensive range of services from financial consulting to international taxation consulting such as transfer pricing and two-pillar, aiming to simplify the complex world of numbers for businesses. Along with their team of dedicated professionals, they've been helping businesses navigate through the labyrinthine tax laws, ensuring a smooth-sailing financial and tax journey. With Smart by your side, navigating the complex world of finance and tax becomes a breeze. Now let's dive into our topic for today. Ever wondered how the global minimum tax law draft got approved and implemented? Let's unravel this mystery together. On the 20th of December 2023, Spain's Ministry of Finance approved the legal draft for the establishment of a supplemental tax to ensure a minimum tax for multinational and large domestic groups. This significant move followed the Ministerial Conference's agreement to transform Directive 2020/2523 of the European Union into domestic law. The law draft proposed a minimum tax rate of 15% for multinational enterprise groups and large domestic groups within the European Union. It incorporated the Income Inclusion Rule, NA, the Undertax Profit Rule, UTPR, and a domestic minimum tax, aspiring to become a qualified domestic minimum top-up tax, QDMTT. The Spanish approach to this global minimum tax law draft was to implement it as a separate tax law. The law draft strictly adheres to the EU Minimum Tax Directive, leaving little room for member states to choose in terms of domestic implementation flexibility. This law draft didn't incorporate most of the OECD administration guidelines, such as the first set published on the 2nd of February, the second set published on the 17th of July, or the third set published on the 18th of December, 2023. The law draft's Article 1 states that the global minimum tax rules are interpreted according to the OECD model rules, its comments, and the administration guidelines. Spain decided to implement a domestic minimum top-up tax starting from the 31st of December 2023, aspiring to be a QDMTT. In determining the adjusted covered tax amount and net income to determine the QDMTT ETR, the law draft refers to the general method of globe calculation in Article 24. The law draft also includes all choices from the OECD model rules and the EU Minimum Tax Directive. However, it does not include the debt forgiveness option, forex hedging option, equity gains or losses inclusion option, or portfolio holdings option from the administration guidelines. To sum up, the global minimum tax law draft got approved in a ministerial conference and was then implemented as a separate tax law. It proposed a minimum tax rate of 15% and sought to become a qualified domestic minimum top-up tax. While it adheres to the EU Minimum Tax Directive, it doesn't incorporate most of the OECD administration guidelines. It's an intricate process, but it's all part of the journey towards a fairer taxation system for multinational enterprise groups and large domestic groups.